Welcome back to my channel, everybody. So as you can see, there's been some changes, some upgrades, some things have been happening. And so let's talk about it. When last we left, oops, that's not quite mended yet. There we go. Now it's mended. When last we left off, I was building this farm. And as you can see, it works pretty well. It's loud as all get out, but it works well. And so I went ahead and realized quickly that I needed mending, got another villager that then I finally got the mending book for. So I have my Bane of Arthropods looting axe, which gives me spider eyes like nobody's business. Like, look at all of this wool that I've gotten from string. It's quite insane. So this is my garbage pit, and then this is my block that keeps me from falling in my garbage pit. And I just throw the spider eyes in there every now and then. I like to, I don't know, it's not necessary, but something about leaving spiders spawned there drives me nuts. So, I have diamond tools. Let's start on this adventure. So, I went back to the Nether, figuring that at some point I'm going to need to find. For a second there, I thought the floor was weird. It is weird, but it's not broken. I thought it was broken. I'm going to need to find another fortress. So I started that journey of trying to find another fortress and trying to also build up my points and stuff so that I could then get some of these more permanent um, uh, weapons and tools. And so I've got this is the only one I don't have mending on just yet. It's coming, but I've got my fortune efficiency pick, my silky mending axe, my silky mending shovel, and then my silky mending pick. And then obviously I have this nice hoe as well, but I didn't really need silky on, but I'd got fortune on. And so that's been a long journey. But as I was searching and searching, and I do mean searching, like inhuman hours of searching, I finally did find a fortress. And I was like, okay, great. I built out like this whole, we'll get to some of these things that you'll see out in the distance. I, got us ready so that next time when we go to the Nether, we can go straight to the fortress, which you'll see is a long distance away. And so that took me hours of just prep. And while I was, I'd get frustrated with searching, and then I'd come back and I'd try to get mending on, get stuff that would then allow me to do villager trades so that I could get the emerald, so that I could buy the books. It was an ordeal, right? And so you'll see I have a golem now. But while I was searching around, and you kind of saw maybe something to the side, while I was searching around in the Nether, I realized that probably the perfect color block to go with this orange is that nice warped wood color. Here, hi guys. Let me get in here. Let me make it daytime so we actually can, see some of the stuff that I'm talking about. Thanks. Okay, bye. And so I went and I was trying to find a way to the forest that I had seen, and I clearly wasn't paying attention to the blocks, and I literally mined a block and fell straight into the lava. Not on the side where I could jump up and maybe save, no, straight into the lava. And I was like, Okay, Nether, this is how we're gonna be. We have a fortress that like is literally 700 some odd blocks away. The warped forest was real close by, but you didn't want to make it easy for me to get to. Yeah, it was. I was like, okay, I guess I'm starting over. So that I got myself some nice. I figured now's the time to rebuild, right, and get myself these nice tools. And then I got just basic armor for right now, just to notice. I was like, clearly the game understood that I was having issues because I've got fire protection on 3 out of the 4 materials. But what I did do is I really liked the warped forest door. Remember, this is our enchanting area, and so I kind of like the sort of mystique it gives the enchanting area. And then I thought this looked nice as sort of like a carpet. I still need to put a door on the bedroom, but I really went with this sort of Mardi Gras colors, right? This is technically blue terracotta, but it always looks purple to me. And so it's got that sort of Mardi Gras color scheme looking, and then the entrance to the enchanting area, the inside of the enchanting area, I didn't change much. What I probably will do, because it really bugs the crap out of me, to see this nice blue and then the way this looks. So what I'm probably going to do is, even though I wanted to have space, I will end up putting a layer of blue terracotta around this so that it sort of encloses the area and makes it look a little better. And then I'll pull in like this won't have to move, but this one will move over a little bit. But so here's my silk touch dude. Here's my mending dude. And notice like they're still apprentices a long ways away from, getting fully unlocked, but it's been a process. So as I was trying to build up to get all of those books, I I decided to rearrange the farm area down here and to get our farmer to be more down here, right? And so I took down the mangrove tree and I was like, okay, I'll build a house, which, again, that color scheme of the warped wood against the orange, I really liked that color scheme. I don't know if I'm going to leave the floor this way. I sort of just mapped out the floor so I knew where I wanted to build. And then I'm going to finish off the wall here, make a door here. But I did have it so that, and then this will be like a living dining room area kind of thing. And then this is obviously their bedroom. Um, but so what I did was I finally got another villager to, dude, are you, oh, and now I'm doing it. God dang it. Dang it, Bobby. Um, so what I did was, so I got another farmer. Well, little did I know that by getting 2 farmers, that would then cause a baby explosion of villagers. And so I went from having 5 villagers to, I think I have now closer to 8. So I have these 2, those 2. I have my 1 villager, this dude right here. Notice notice the dimwits, the way the dimwit is dressed. No matter what I did, no matter what profession I put in front of him, he refuses, absolutely refuses to take a profession. And so I was like, oh, great. So I have just a random person. What he does not refuse is other villager love. This man is responsible for at least 3 other villagers. So I guess he does serve a purpose in the end. But you can see there's another villager there. There's another villager there. Last I checked, there was a baby. Oh, see, and now I have this villager who took on the mason, which his upgrades should be pretty easy. So I might work on him after I finally get all of these mending, because that's been my big focus. Um, there was another villager around here, but yeah, now they've grown so numerous that now I have this guy. Yeah, I don't know what to do with you. I mean, I knew the time would come when I would get one of you, but I wasn't expecting it to be so soon. So now I have to make sure I don't hit him. But before I remembered the warped wood, I was thinking about the green of the copper. So I set these out, and these take forever. Like this is probably in game 30. It feels like 30 days in game days to get it to this point, and it's still not green. So I'm just leaving it out for right now because I can always go backwards. Hit it so that it goes backwards to the patina stages, but I can't make it go forward. So, and then clearly this block refuses, just absolutely refuses to change. So we'll see how that all works out. But once I realized kind of what was what I set in motion with my villagers, I went ahead and made the farm, as you can see, a little bit bigger. I was able to unlock him to his fullest, and 3 melons for an emerald. That's a pretty damn good deal. So I've been doing lots and lots of melons to get all of the emeralds that I need, to get all of the mending books that I need, and the silky books that I need. And so, yeah, I don't know that I am going to silky. Those are done, right? Yeah, I think those are done. I don't know that I'm going to silky or sorry, bleh, mending my armor, because eventually I do want to move that to. He keeps messing all these things up. Like I was hoping by putting this his workstation over here that they would not destroy the plots, and for the most part they don't. But every now and then I'm like finding melon seeds or wheat seeds just on the ground, and I'm like, okay, thanks, that's not helpful. How many? I have 21, so I should be able to give the other dude his. But so the farm is working really well to like 18 melons. Wait, here, let's do you first because I have the 20 to get you started out of apprentice. And then you are down here. You are like my hard worker because 18 melons. Look at all those seeds. Amazing. So yeah, so I'm like, okay, well, I've got all of these all of these people. I better start building buildings, but I am liking the variety, like the slightly different roofs, the slightly they're I mean they all are sandstone based on some level, but they're all a little slightly different. So I'll probably be making another house here. Like I said, I was going to make a house around the warp nether portal. I did just for safety and because I didn't want to find my villagers wandering around in the nether. I did create sort of a barrier, and when I create the house that will be around the nether portal, I will probably make it so they can't go into it. Yeah, so things are coming along. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, that setback in the nether. I was just like, okay, yeah, that's not helpful. Um, but I do have the trees come from the warped fungus, and it's a very interesting mechanic because you have to put it on the warped, I guess, is it like warped soil? Here, hold on, buddy. Let me make it daytime. Ooh, I like hopped into bed there. Did y'all see that? That was interesting. You have to put it on this warped nylium, but it's a one-time use, which is kind of disappointing because I'm like, I want more of those trees. How do I? So I'm gonna have to figure out and watch something on how to not only sustainably keep the warped nylium, but also how do I get more warped fungus, right? Besides going traipsing through the nether, which clearly I am not exactly prepared for. But I am starting to get to the point where the other thing that I really should start focusing on is if this is going to become my storage area and I'm going to um, build like something a little more elaborate, a little more organized than the boxes that are everywhere right now. I need to start thinking about that. I know I can't do a really amazing system until I go to the end, but I need something more than just making another box. And because when I go to look for certain woods or certain materials in these chests, it takes me a hot minute because it's just the organization's not there and it's hard to keep it organized. And I know that I need chests that look more like this, but I don't have them or the space in this house. So yeah, it's fast becoming something that I need to work on. Now you might notice there's this sneaky little blocks there. So when the other thing is, I noticed this house was bugging me a little bit. I didn't know what it was, and I realized I didn't put the trim on. So I did put the trim on the edges, so it now looks like there's not only the trim here, but the trim all around. So the roof looks a little bit better. Um, but I was trying to play with textures so that it didn't look so all one monotonous color. And I was playing around with the birch. I need to get more birch logs. And my focus didn't, my focus obviously shifted to other things. But so you may see as the series goes on, I will try to keep the general theme that I'm working on of the way these houses are popping up, um, but do a little bit more texturing so that it's got texture to it. Like it's not that I want it to be more than one color. It's more I just want it to have a little variety. And so that was me starting to play with that until my attention. Oh, look, a kitty cat. We have enough people and we have a golem now that we have kitty cats. Well, I mean, that'll keep the creepers away, so I guess that's a good thing. I'm I'm feeling a little like the village that I'm creating is slowly getting out of hand and out of my control. Yeah. What I probably will do down here, just to keep with the theme, is I've been trying to think. I don't want to create like just a whole row of these composters because then what will end up happening is I'll have 50 billion farmers and nobody wants that. But I think what I'm going to probably do is put a layer of um, uh, in between like coarse dirt and normal dirt around the house. Um, oh, and that then brings me to my other thing that I realized while in between. So, got you know, the flower, you know, because I have now Silk Touch, I was able to get grass blocks and Silk Touch the grass blocks, which hallelujah, because that has been so nice to have the sheep be able to eat and I'll show you how that looks now with the grass and where I place the grass. But so I turned this on, and hey, I'm getting flowers, right? But notice my fatal mistake is I'm only getting 2 types of flowers. So what I was planning on doing is I need to now go explore for a flower forest so that I can get all the colors of the flowers, so that I can get the whole reason I was doing this was so that I could actually have um, dyes of every color, so I'm not trying to figure things out. And right about now, you might be thinking, oh, yeah, you needed dyes. How did you get the blue dye? Well, in trying to find a flower forest, I was able to find a couple of cornflowers. This is why I haven't finished off the rest of the room. This is my last cornflower, and I know I'm going to need more blue, so um, that is now on my agenda, is moving the flower making contraption to wherever I can close by that will give me all of the flowers. Initially, I was like, okay, well, I'll find that place. We'll move it together on camera. And then what I'll do is I'll reorganize down there to start creating villagers. Well, I don't need to do that now because the villagers have taken that into their own hands. So, what I'll probably do is it's quite possible that I'm going to need not no, it's not quite possible. It is going to be the case that I'm going to need more space than just that little square under that house. So what probably will happen is this will just be where the sorting and the some of the organization happens, and then the actual storage area will probably span both of those buildings, is what I'm thinking. I guess it'll all depend on which kind of sorting machine, how much do I really want to get into redstone, because I sort of understand that redstone contraption, and I do get the contraption down here. I still have it. You probably heard it when we first started. Oh, and you see at some point I need to change out that green block because that drives me crazy when I come down here. It doesn't produce a lot, but I think if I'm going to up level those guys, oh, hey, I'm missing some blocks here. Hmm. Interesting. So I'll have to fix that too. But I'm gonna need more. Hey, look, we watched it going in action. I'm gonna need more to build this out bigger than just the little bit that I keep getting from the passively. Um, and so that has to go that direction, because any more this direction and it goes off a cliff. So definitely this is going to take up a little more space. What I probably will need to really think about is um, I'm going to have like an underground area there. I'm going to have an underground area here. At some point, I might have underground areas. So it might end up becoming one giant underground area with just multiple entry points that make sense for the buildings above them. Because the other thing I was sort of toying with when I was thinking about building this house is, and let's just do this while I'm there. We can make poppies and dandelions, and I think rose bushes actually would look really nice there. Sorry, and here is my problem. So I am looking for dirt and coarse dirt. Let's see if you can find it before I do. I don't think it's in there. There's some dirt. Oh, and there's some coarse dirt. Okay, so that's not too bad. What I'm thinking that I'd like flower-wise around this building is more rose bushes. I think that would look really nice. Rose bushes do tend to No, I don't want that. I want you. And then we'll do maybe, hi, 2 of you. I might have to get some more coarse dirt. Let's do more regular dirt there. We'll do a coarse dirt, regular dirt, coarse, that. All right, here. Since that bed is free, I will make it a little lighter. Not that it like is absolutely necessary, but it's just nice. All right, I do want coarse dirt here. And I think I'm gonna do, yeah. This is all subject to change, depending on, and there's my loud husband in the background, because yes. Once I get the roses, I'll decide whether this is what I deal with on a regular basis. Me being the quiet person I am, and him being the loud person. It's hashtag good Lord, hashtag first world problems. But what I will, so I probably might change some of the blocks around once I figure out where the roses, once I find the roses, figure out where the roses will go. But I think roses will look really, really nice. And it sort of fits the desert theme. There's lots of rose bushes that I think traditionally are from desert communities and have just been modified to work in other communities. All right. He is now being really, really loud. So I'm going to call it here. Whoops. I'm still learning this stuff. It doesn't. Buttons. There we go. I hope that you've enjoyed my little story time. So just to give you an idea of what's on the horizon, we will need to find a new flower area for move our flower farm. Definitely, I did find that Nether Fortress, so that'll have to be another episodes that we do. And then clearly, we're gonna need more houses. Look at all of them. More houses and then more villagers. Hey, look, that block finally turned with the rest of them. More houses and more villagers with professions. But all to go in the future while I deal with a loud ass man. So thank you for watching. I hope to see you back soon on my journey to start my mega build. See you soon.